Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what I do in terms of my skincare routine, as I've had a lot of questions from you guys about what I do to look after my skin. I'm also going to talk a little bit about how my skin has kind of changed over time and what it used to look like, as it's definitely improved a lot in the past couple of years. And I just want to share with you guys the things that I did to clear my skin up, just in case you're going through a similar kind of thing at the moment. So I don't really do much for my skin. I kind of just do the basic steps that a lot of people would do. So I'm just going to share with you the specific products that I do, but it's nothing really revolutionary. So as I'm talking about what my skin used to look like and what it looks like now, I'm going to try and insert some pictures over here, just so you guys can have a better idea of what my skin was like about 3 years ago now and what it looks like now without any makeup on. So when I was growing up, I always had pretty good skin. I used to get a lot of compliments from people about how clear my skin was and how I didn't really get any pimples or anything. But when I hit year 12, which is your senior year in Australia, it went downhill. I'm not sure if it's because of the stress or if I just hit that stage of puberty, but my skin just got really bad, and I'm sure you guys will be able to see in these pictures here, it was just terrible. So I don't really have any cystic acne, and I wouldn't say that it was the worst acne ever. It wasn't really that bad in the scheme of things, but going from basically having no skin issues when I was a bit younger to having all of these pimples all over my face was just, it was a bit hard. I was never really particularly self-conscious about it. I was kind of more just embarrassed because my skin had been so good before and people used to compliment me for it, and now it just gone downhill. So I just felt like I needed to cover up my skin with makeup so that nobody would know, which is stupid because of course people knew that I had bad skin. But I just felt like I had to cover it up with makeup because it was just embarrassing. I just felt embarrassed. So I think around like a quarter of the way through year 12, I went to the doctors to see if there was anything that they could prescribe me or recommend me to try and help clear up my skin, because regular cleansers and things just wasn't really doing anything. So they prescribed me a topical treatment. I can't remember what it was called. I feel like it started with an I, but I can't remember. So I used that a little bit, but at the same time they also prescribed me with the pill. So this is kind of the first thing that I'm going to talk about, because I really feel that going on the contraceptive pill is what cleared up my skin. So the topical treatment that the doctor recommended me worked by kind of bringing everything to the surface, so it would get all that deep gunk out of your skin, but it would make your skin worse in the process. And because year 12 was all about going to formals, which is like your prom in America, I found that I wasn't using that topical treatment consistently because I didn't want my skin to get bad before I was going to all of these events. So at the same time, I had started going on the pill. The reason I went on the pill was specifically for my skin. So I picked a pill that a lot of people said helped clear up your skin, which is the Yaz pill, which I'm still on today. I was 16 at the time, so I obviously had to have my mum's permission to get the pill, I think you need your parents' permission to go on the contraceptive pill. And I didn't have a boyfriend or anything at the time, so she knew I wasn't going on the pill because I was having sex or anything. It was purely for my skin only, so my mum was comfortable with it, so we went for Yaz. So when I started going on the pill, I spoke to a couple of my friends about their experiences on it, and they said it took around 3 months for them to start noticing any difference in their skin. And that's basically how it worked for me. I didn't notice any difference until about 3 months, which I guess is when it started kicking in properly and starting to level out my hormones and everything. So after about 3 months, I started noticing that my skin was clearing up, which is great. So I completely stopped using that topical treatment, which I was only using, as I said, kind of sporadically between when I was going to different events, because I didn't want my skin to look even worse. I know a lot of people don't have access to the contraceptive pill, and it's not the only way that you can clear up your skin, obviously, but I really think that me going on the contraceptive pill and Yaz in particular is what cleared up my skin and has kept my skin looking great over the past 3 years. Definitely do your research before you try and go on any contraceptive pill to see what you think would be right for you, and obviously have to go to your doctor. But Yaz really worked for me, and just because Yaz worked for me doesn't mean that it'll work for you as well. So definitely do your research, see what other people have been saying, and talk to your doctor to find out the right one for you if you do have the option to go on the pill. So now I'm going to talk about the actual products that I use on my skin. So I'm kind of going to do this in order of the steps that I take. So first I'm going to talk about makeup remover, and the one that I use is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, which I know a lot of you guys would be familiar with. What I do is I take some of this on a cotton pad and clean off all my makeup, and then I wash my face with water afterwards because I don't really like extract the residue that this leaves on the skin, but I find this is a really good makeup remover. Now, regardless of where I am, I always have to take my makeup off before I go to bed. I absolutely cannot stand going to sleep with any little scrap of makeup on my face, because I just hate the feeling of waking up and you have like gunk in your eyes, and I just hate it. So I have to make sure that I always have makeup remover wipes or my makeup remover with me wherever I go, because I need to take my makeup off before I go to bed. It is so important that you take your makeup off before you go to bed, otherwise it's just going to clog up your pores when you're sleeping, because when you're sleeping, that's when your skin is rejuvenating. So you need to make sure that your skin is nice and clean, at least with just removing your makeup before you go to bed. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is what I use for cleansers. So I either use the Cetaphil Oily Skin Cleanser or the Lush Angels on Bare Skin. I used to only use this one because it's cheap and it does a good job, and I also really love this because it removes any leftover makeup that I have on my face really well. If you still have makeup on your skin when you get in the shower, some cleansers kind of just glide over the top of it and don't really get rid of it, but this one works really well at actually removing the makeup left over on your skin. I also should just mention that I kind of just have normal skin. I don't really have particularly dry or particularly oily. I would say it's pretty normal. The reason why I use the oily skin cleanser is because I find that this is the one that really removes the makeup. It doesn't dry out my skin or anything, so it's fine to use if you do have just normal skin. But this is the only one that actually really removes that excess makeup on your skin. I've tried the normal combination one and it just doesn't work as well, so that's why I go for this one. I would maybe be a bit careful if you do have dry skin. Maybe just test this out on a part of your face just to see if it dries you out before you use the whole thing. I also like using this one because it's nice and natural, obviously, vegan, cruelty-free, and I think it also works really well at removing any leftover makeup that you might have on your skin. So I kind of use these interchangeably just depending on what I feel like. Sorry if I'm like squinting in this video as well, it's really bright outside and I can't see properly. So next thing I'm going to talk about is my exfoliator. I usually use this once a week when my skin's feeling just really gross and there's a lot of dry skin on there, just to get that all off and clear that all out. So this one's the Neutrogena Deep Clean Gentle Scrub Oil Free. I really like this because it exfoliates the skin but it also really moisturizes the skin as well, and after this my skin really feels baby soft. So for moisturizer I use the Simple Kind of Skin Replenishing Rich Moisturizer. And the reason why I like this one is because, as it says, it's pretty simple. It doesn't really have anything too intense in it. It's just a basic moisturizer. It really hydrates my skin really well and leaves my skin feeling baby soft. And yeah, I just really like it. Don't have anything more to say. It's really good. You should try it. I believe this one is quite good for sensitive skin as well. My skin can be a little bit sensitive to things sometimes, so I haven't had any problems with this. So if you do have sensitive skin, definitely give this one a try. And the final step to my skincare routine is face oil. I have become obsessed with face oil ever since I started using this bad boy. This is the go-to skincare face hero, which is by Zoe Foster-Blake. If you're not from Australia, you might not know who she is. If you don't know her, definitely check her out. Her Instagram is really funny and her baby is really cute. So definitely check out Zoe on Instagram. But this is part of her skincare line. So I know a lot of people really love rosehip oil, and this has rosehip oil in it, but it also has a lot of other different oils which you'll be able to find on their website, because I don't want to read them all out to you. I know a lot of people really love this oil and swear by it, and I'm onto my second bottle and I'm almost finished this, so I'm gonna have to buy a third. I absolutely love this stuff, it's amazing. The way I use this is I use about 3 to 4 drops at night and just spread that all over my face, wait till it sets in, and then I go to bed. I can't really use this during the day as I find it doesn't really work very well under makeup, so I only use this stuff at night. It just really hydrates the skin and leaves your skin feeling really plump and fresh and lovely in the morning, and that's basically it. That's just what I do in terms of my skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed and found this interesting, and I hope it answered some of you guys' questions who asked me to do this video. If you have any other video suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments below. As I said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you next time. Bye! The hair. I got it. Why, oh why, oh why does the light keep changing? More intense, there's a plane going over my house. Hello, I'm trying to film here. Guys,